from a 0 to a hero. All right, I have gotten a box of tissues so that I can cry without having to worry about fogging or anything. My eyes burning. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Terrion. I'll also instruct Alphino and Alizé to meet us there. Lord Mateus, Lord Neus, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Sintus. Though the Elizabeth contingent holds the Tower of Babel, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet. I think it meet. What the hell is that supposed? What the hell is that supposed to mean? What is that wording? And thus I think it meet that I be present for this discussion. That wording is so weird. If that's how they actually did talk back in the olden days, I don't know how they understand anything. Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish only to identify common ground upon which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well, but know that the gods will not hesitate to escort you from the premise should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. If that settles it, then you should all head to Sintus. I'll join you there after I see their excellency safely to Terra. Alrighty. Onward. Let's go. And there they are. Here it is, Sintus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Enter Sintus. Here's our passport. It literally is just the freaking station without... Hold on. It's literally just the station without the crystal. And just a few other things. But other than that, it's basically a copy. It's pretty basically a copy. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Elzebad contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about this enclave itself. Should you observe anything or not, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. Okay. Pile of crates. Well, this is great. A great way to start off the quest. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Ilsabar contingency. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon the Alliance for aid. want to know what I think. I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life. What remains of it, at any rate. I trust him to do what's best for Golemald. Ceruleum. You recognize the large cast as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lafus Manalis. Why they are in Centeus is unclear. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we can't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever, and there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. My brain just like said, hey, is there a door here? It's because I was just like, trains. Doors on both sides, right? It's not quite the same, but it's mostly a pretty much copycat of the other area we were in. Slight variants, but not much. It looks pretty much exactly the same, except there's a train there. Maybe it's actually just cut short. I don't even know how there's trains in here. Isn't this like a depot? And not like... It's not underground where the tracks would be either, so I don't get it. It looks like it'd be underground, but this is a building? Unless there's like other layers and it goes under and then the track... Okay, I'm thinking too much in it. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What have you been able to learn? Yeah, most of them don't politics, but it's conflicted. Much the same as me then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. They only have themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. What the hell is going on? What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running over when we heard shouting. Is aught the matter? Oh, no, I was just trying to explain. Mayhaps you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant through Regio Nasium. I'm sorry, some of these names, they're kinda funky and funny. Every time we deliver supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we proposed the elimination of all machinima that loiter near the supply route, but you heard him. They refused to even consider it. The magistrate's already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are dangerous to you? Well, why don't you deliver it to yourself? Just go pick it up. I dare you. Dare you! Go pick up your own damn supplies. It's been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that's the case, but the fact remains we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous, but they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame tensions further, there's naught we can do. Except, let's just take care of it. I can destroy them all. how complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear, equitable agreement. Hey, this is an area 0, literally, with an equitable agreement. Of course. Well, I do understand the difficulty of your position. As a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Let us return to Camp Broken Glass, where we might discuss the solution, and I believe will satisfy all parties. Then let's get to it. Oh, frick. You know what? No. I'm just gonna use the map because don't feel like flying all the way over there. It's 100 gil. I can make that back easy with any trial or dungeon or whatever. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been positive developments in your effort to appeal to the Guardian community. Perhaps not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand to gain. As Satrap, I intend to propose a trade agreement between Razatan and the people of Galimod. Yeah, that would work. Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more, yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive thus far is thanks to the Ilsebald contingent, or rather, in a less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. 'Tis no surprise that some Gallians are loath to engage with foreigners for fear of indebting themselves further or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement. 0, you are godsend for giving this man the idea. 'Cause he's technically a neutral party in all of this, even if he is our ally. One that restored them to a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Easier said than done. What exactly did you have in mind? Long have Galimod and Razatan abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish to but continue this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us leave to use the Tower of Babel, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance, and for it you will be duly compensated. Razatan's culture will be enriched by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Galimod grow wealthy and prosperous. Prosperous. Talking. Only when both sides keep the interests of the other at mind can equitable relationships be forged. 'Tis a principle I once thought I understood, but I have come to appreciate all the more in recent days thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Hee hee, Zero! Yay! You're the hero! Hey, from a zero to a hero! You're excellent. Thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Guardian, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Razatan were to make the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. And get back to a sense of somewhat normal lives! If you see the sense in my proposal, did I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Terram? Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lord Neas and Matthias. By all means, go with him. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned... Oh gosh, Jay. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operations, so I too shall heed me time I'm not even going to try. Oh, I can hear it, but I can't speak it. Jay speak is hard. But then again, a lot of Final Fantasy speak can be hard. Like 90% of the time, I forget how to freaking say some of these things. My question is, why would Garlemald have a castle like that? Like, honestly, I don't even think that's how it was originally. I feel like it's kind of like if you had a castle and then just had like super dark crystals like burst through it. But if that's like the actual design, like the original design, Solus, what the hell were you thinking? If that's what it looked like in Solus's time. I mean, like, if it wasn't destroyed or anything, obviously, but like, the hell, man. I'm over here crying again. A crowd you may have brought, but numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babbles is ours by right, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the subject of Razatan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. And explaining away all that we thought of. Well, he thought of. I mean, Zero helped inspire, so. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lord. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers and propose agreement. The proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. 'Tis true we do not want from agitating ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I can see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You served the Emperor. You are a proud patriot, and now you're entertaining selling national resources like common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost, but if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense, utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Aeneas, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people at Sintis learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Bro. Lord Mateus, wait, it isn't safe out there. Man's gonna learn the hard way. Sometimes you just need a good old smack. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did that change too? It flashed green. And then changed. Whoa, main story. There are some really minor changes that I've noticed. Like, I've also noticed now that there's like numbers below to tell you how many hits you got with like your summon. And also I noticed some buttons taken away from Scholar. Well, like one or two, but like... well, mainly just one, and that was the fairy. But man, it's so nice. I'm noticing these very slight changes, and they're great.